In a world where there are hundreds of AI platforms, it's important to choose the best ones to save money. Don't just use Gemini for VO3, don't just use ChatGPT for its image model. Get a platform that can use all of them in one place. And this is why I'm introducing Envato Elements to you. Over the last 4 years, I've been using this platform, and with its newest AI features, it has become an absolute monster when it comes to creative AI generation. So let's hop right in, explore exactly what this platform has to offer, and why it is my top choice for AI creative generation. My name is Dilo Brands, and welcome back to the channel. All right. So, Envato Elements, if you don't know, if you've never heard about it, is a platform that has much more and started off as much more than just AI generation. AI generation just has made this subscription just that much more worth it. So, you've probably heard of things like Free Pick, Pexels, places that usually have images and things like that. Well, Envato Elements is that just on steroids. And just to go roughly about what they offer, they have video templates, they have stock video, 4K, 1080p, whatever you need, just backgrounds. If you need backgrounds, if you need um uh nature, whatever you need for your project, logos and indents, you can have all types of audios, music, graphics, illustrations. I mean, like I said, I've been using this subscription for so long that I've used it on so many projects. I'll prove it to you guys. I can go to my downloads. Look at all of this. Sort by old to new. Let's see when the oldest one was. I don't even know, but you can see, tons of pages just going through downloads. I've used it for mockups, I've used it for fonts, I've used it for website templates, I've used it for plugins, I've used it for Elementor, yes. I've used it for everything. Like, you can get anything that you want on this platform. But what we're going to focus on is the Gen AI. So if you go over here, click on Image Gen, or you click on Gen AI, you will get to something called Envato Labs. Now, Envato Labs is the AI hub for Envato, and we have many things here. We have many different things here. I believe that it is, in fact, the most powerful platform for generative creation. So we have video gen, of course, image gen, music gen, image edit, but we also have Nano Banana, mockup gen, voice gen, and graphics gen, which are absolutely powerful. Graphics gen is one that I really am excited to show you guys. But we're gonna go ahead and start off with image gen. Of course, you can generate images in Envato Elements. Okay, so let's say a a cinematic thirds shot of a motorcycle club owner on his bike outside of the clubhouse smoking. So, bam, we're going to put landscape. We're just going to generate that. And what it's going to do is basically give you all of these different versions. You guys can see that it comes up with versions very, very quickly. And then it also has models that, you know, it works on it a little bit slower. So, you have tons of different options. You can go ahead and generate new images based on that one image. I think I really like this one. This one is pretty cool. This one is really, really nice. I like this one. And so you can edit it. You can use this style. You can download it. I've definitely, let me see if I can find one that I've actually used in a design. I've used some of these, but yeah, I've used these in designs, but basically you can take them into Photoshop, do what you need with them, but you can edit them. So edit with AI, it'll take you into image edit. So let's say we want this guy to have a fedora on his head. We can then say generate similar, describe the change that we want, add, make him wear a fedora hat, a brown fedora. Let's say a brown fedora hat. So bam, it's gonna go ahead and do its thing. This is Nano Banana. Of course, this is inside of Gemini, but why only use Gemini when you can use Imagine 4 and Gemini in the same place? We see that we already have a generation, but it's gonna give us even more generations. So bam, we have this one. This model, I guess, isn't very good at, realism. This is pretty cool. This is really nice. This is a really nice one. And that's a really nice one. So multiple versions. And you can do what you want with them. But now that we have edited our image, we can now generate a video. I want him to drive off and I want that smoke to be blowing. So let's generate a video, 16 by 9, and let's just click generate. So now it's going to add it as basically an attachment as a reference. We have options here if we want sound. I do want sound. So I'm going to say motorcyclist starts his bike and drives off while with smoke blowing from his cigarette. Okay. And then we're just going to go sound motorcycle rev. Yeah, let's just say motorcycle rev. Okay, so boom. Now it's going to generate our video, but it is going to take a couple of minutes. So we're going to just go and explore something else. Cup. So bam. And we just got notification that our video finished. So let's go check that. Look at that. It's going. Look at that. Do you see how long did that take us? How long have we have not even been recording for 10 minutes and we just created the first frame of a potential video that we can create, So this is the power of Envato Elements. I stayed in one app doing this, okay? So now with this, we can download the video, save it, and now let's look at our mockup. So boom. Next up, we have video gen. Of course, we just saw that with the video we created. So all you have to do here is, you can put in a prop for anything that you want. Let's say, and you can even preview the first frame, which is very useful when you're ideating. You want to make sure that if you do make this generation that you are, utilizing your credits in the right way. So you also have other options, like I said, sound. So bam, let's click generate and let's wait on that. Now, you also have music gen. So one problem that I ran into working with so many projects is that sometimes I will want to reuse music, but with this, I can reuse the same thing but change it up a little bit. So I can create any type of voice or any type of sound that I want. So we're going to say uplifting and inspiring choir vocals. So we're going to generate that. So bam, we already have one. So you see there we have music that you can use for whatever you want. And now we have voice gen. And voice gen is basically going to be your kind of 11 labs inside of here. And you can choose from any of these voices. Sarah, you can listen to the voice.
I'm Sarah, and the ocean is where I find my peace.
You can use Amara.
I'm Amara, and every red carpet moment.
Blake.
I'm Blake, and nothing beats that feeling when a caller connects with my radio show.
So let's use Blake. We're going to select that voice. Let's reload. Let's use, where did Blake go? Well, Blake. We're going to use Blake and we're going to say, welcome to AI Educate. Get ready to learn the best and newest information about AI, remember to like, comment, and subscribe. Now, realize that you can go up to 800 characters here. So we can select the speed. If we want it to be slow, moderate, or fast, we can click generate. So bam, that was literally 2 seconds.
Welcome to AI Ducade. Get ready to learn the best and newest information about AI. Remember to like, comment, and subscribe.
Nice. So that easy, you now have something to, as a voiceover to put over videos or whatever you want to do for an ad. They even have use cases, advertisements, news, conversational, narration, social media. So pick your use case. Now, next up, we have SoundGen, and SoundGen is really for those just sound effects, background sounds that you want to be present, but it's not actual music. So we can say something like drum banging. We can generate, and very quickly it'll come up with a pretty great result. So bam. So bam. And you can download each one of these and use it inside of your projects. Now, finally, and last but certainly not least, we have Graphics Gen, which is my favorite. So I think very clearly you can kind of see what this does. Basically, you have all of these styles that you can generate images in that same style. So this is like a woven patch, you have a cuddly fur ball, you have a poster pop art, you have this midnight. I really love that midnight. Clay render, all types of stuff. So let's say we want to make a clay render of a polar bear in the Arctic in front of a fishing hole. We're going to do a square transparent background. If you want transparent background with these, you can have that, and that's very, very useful because I use this for PNGs. I use this for little objects on my carousels or little objects inside of designs. So if you want that transparent background, you can, but we do not want that. We're going to generate polar bear in the Arctic in front of a fishing hole. This is a clay render, remember. So this is actually the type of thing I was thinking about, not necessarily with the fishing rod, but this one is cool too. Like if you got this as a PNG, I think that would be pretty cool. Let's see what these last two generations are. So bam, we have one, and I'm pretty sure this is ChatGPT image model. I really, really, really like this one. This one is pretty cool. And this one is probably, this may be ChatGPT as well. Possibly Imagine 4, but I think this one may be ChatGPT. So as you can see, we have tons of tools for you to use inside of Envato. And I say we, but I don't own the company. They aren't even sponsoring this video. But I would like you to use the link in the description to go ahead and get your limited price for Envato Elements. I have been able to get this price, and I can get this price for you as well. So go ahead and get it and try out all of these very, very useful tools. And, let me know how you like it. This has been D-Lo Brands. I hope you learned something. And be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. I'll see you in the next one. Peace.